Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world. Welcome back to another edition of the Ride to the Rink. Got an amazing guest today. National champion, world champion, gold medalist, Caroline Harvey of Team USA and Wisconsin joins us here today. And kids, she wants to talk to you about building great habits and understanding on that journey that you're taking wherever you're at to if you want to play in college or high-level high school, if you want to play on Team USA, if you have dreams of making the Olympics, she's going to share some of the things that she does on her journey to help her get to where she's at today. Caroline, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, there's many ways you can go. It depends like what goals you have in mind. If that's playing, like you said, collegiately, if you want to play high level high school, if you want to play for a national team, it goes in to the day in, day out every day. It's consistent work habits. It's the drive. You wanna be the best. You want to achieve big things. You got to have the right mindset. It comes all from that. So if you shoot extra pucks every day, if you do an extra workout, if you stay on the ice longer at the end of practice to work on whether it's your shot, your hands, your skating, it's these little habits that add up every day. They're little wins. So they stack on top of each other and they add up to big things. So if you want to achieve these things and that's your long-term goal, it's an everyday process and it adds up over the years and you can achieve whatever you put your mind to.
Take us into, maybe the younger you, the day-to-day. What are some of the specific habits that you built that you like to practice every day?
Yeah, so since I would say mainly like prep school and like even younger than that, I learned a lot of the stuff from prep school specifically, but I still do these things to this day. So I try to shoot extra pucks every day. I try to work on my hands. At the end of practice or before practice, I'll work on my skating. And then sometimes during the season, like we'll go out early before practice and do a skill session for like 20, 30 minutes, just working on, could be like getting out of corners quick. It could be working on deception at the blue line as a defenseman. So it's just doing these little things every day, like I said. And, it's getting your mind right before practices. A practice is just as important as a game. You get as much out of it. So maybe even more. You want to be driven every practice. You want to be competing as hard as you can. You can't let your foot off the gas. So just taking advantage of every opportunity you have to get better and making the most of it.
I love it. One more follow-up for you, Caroline, is that, and it's an honest question. There's so many fun ways to practice today. And we see it all the time. A lot of kids love to practice a Michigan goal, or they like to practice these kind of, we'll say, low percentage in-game plays, although they are fun, right? Can you maybe break down the percentage of repetitive skills training that you do versus maybe more of the creative side? And again, I'm not saying there's a right and a wrong here, but when you're building muscle memory, right? I doubt when you say you go to shoot, you're going up to the net and doing 15 Michigans as a defenseman just to get ready, right? What is your percentage breakdown of repetitive skills? Maybe even dive into some of what those skills are. You did say some of them. And how that muscle memory is so important to becoming a better hockey player.
Yeah, I mean, of course, those like fun mess around skills at the end are awesome. And like there's time for that as well. But I would say, honestly, like 95% of like the stuff working on the ice is like muscle memory stuff. It's the extra skills, the blue line work, the skating, the fine-tuned things that really make the difference in the big games or just games in general. But at the end of practice, me and my teammates will like work on flipping a puck from like a crazy distance and trying to make it in or tap it in, have someone tip it in, and then we'll work on, like you said, Michigan's just mess around. But a lot of the work we're doing on the ice is like the nitty-gritty, like hard-nosed things that make you better and make you feel more comfortable when you're out there in a game and confident to try new things.
I love it, Caroline. And again, we say it as coaches all the time on the show. It's nice to hear someone your position saying it, because kids, it really does make a difference if you're willing to put in that time as well, right? You got to have fun. Don't get me wrong. You got to have fun. And if you listen to our longer episode with Caroline this week, we talk about how competing is fun. All right. But you got to put the time in with those fundamentals and make that fun, because that is what's going to separate you from the pack, amongst other things. Caroline, thanks so much for joining us today. We're excited to watch your journey. I don't want to say it's just beginning, because you've accomplished a lot, but there's a long road ahead for you. And we really appreciate you joining us and talking to the kids today.
Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it. And I hope some of those words make a difference and impact some young children out there and young girls.
Well, I guarantee you that they will. And I want to say, too, to everybody listening, kids, remember, wherever you're at on your hockey journey, remember, we believe in you. You should, too. All right? Make sure to skate hard, have fun, and we'll see you on the next The Ride to the Rink. Take care, everybody.